it's Wesleyan with Let's Go Keto, and today I'm going to attempt keto Oreos. So let's go. Okay, so these are the ingredients I would use if I was doing my Oreo pie crust. So it's almond flour, swerve, and the reason I use swerve and not allulose is because swerve will make things crispier and not as soft. So you want to use swerve. And this one, I went ahead and tried a Dutch process because it's going to have a richer flavor. So, but I couldn't find any black cocoa, but I think black cocoa would be closer to an Oreo. And then some salt and vanilla and butter. Now, so I'm going to start with 2 cups. I'm going to mix everything first together. Just throw it all in together. Here's half a cup. I kind of rounded it because I want it sweeter, you know. And it might need to be a little sweeter than this. This is a test, so I don't know. Half a cup. And here's a 1/4 cup of the cocoa. And I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a teaspoon of vanilla. Actually, I'm going to whisk this together first. Probably cut it all out. Edit it out. Okay. So a teaspoon. This is a half a cup of melted butter. I have no idea how much I need. I'm just going to kind of pour half of this in. Well, maybe a little more than half. All right, let's see. Yeah, I probably did 3/4 just then. Nope, it's going to need the rest of it. So what you're looking for is kind of like a kinetic sand consistency. If you've ever played with kinetic sand with your kids, it's going to be very similar to that. Now, if you wanted to make a pie crust, this is what it would be. You'd stop right here. You'd put this, press all of this into a pie pan and bake it at 325 for about 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, we're going to use these parchment paper sheets. I like these. They're already kind of cut into the size that's going to fit on your cookie sheet. So I roll things out in between 2 pieces. Like I said, it's very similar to kinetic sand. So when you squeeze it together, it should clump together like that. I'm going to get it into a ball first. I hope this works out. Like I said, I've only pressed this into a pie pan before. I've never tried to roll out cookies or anything with it. But we're about to find out. So just kind of get your rolling pin and smush. It's not like you can't do, well, I guess you can a little where you roll it, but it's easier just to kind of smush things in between. Hold onto your paper as you're smushing. Woo! Alright, another thing is I have different sized round cookie cutters. And I was going to attempt to see if my portion scoop would even work. Because this is actually the size I want. I'm not sure if it'll make a... Oh, it does. Okay. This one's easier. And these will be big. Better get one to match that one so I can make a sandwich. I think I like these smaller ones. once you get all of your cookie cutters cut, then you want to peel away the excess and set it to the side. Okay, we'll cut, and once I get all of this peeled away, you'll have just the cookies on the parchment sheet that you can place on your cookie sheet to bake. So this is the excess that I used the butter knife to peel away from the other sheet. So just put this one on the next cookie sheet. Parchment paper. Do the same thing, except I'm going to fold this over since it's less amount. You'll see, I'm going to make a ball and fold this paper over and do the same thing. Okay, so now I have it rolled out as much as I can get it. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to make, I like this one, it's easier. They're smaller, but it'll fit my daughter's lunches. Okay, so once you're kind of getting down to the last of the batter part, I just do it like this. You know, just kind of transfer. Whoop, don't break it like that one. I'm kind of getting in a hurry. You still want to peel away the excess because you're going to re-roll all that. You don't want to waste any of it. Get a butter knife underneath and just transfer it. Because I want to be able to bake a whole sheet together at once. Oh, that one broke. Alright, so I'm going to re-roll this and keep going. Okay, so this set is ready to go ahead and go on the cookie sheet and go into the oven. I'm going to start it at 10 minutes at 325 and see how it is from there. It may need 15, but I'm going to see, and then at the end I'll let you know exactly how long it took. Okay, we did the first batch for 10 minutes, and this is what they look like. They're pretty dark around the edges, but as you can see, I can't pick it up right now. It's still soft. So you have to let them cool completely on either on the pan, or you can lift this up and put it on a drying rack, a cooling rack, I'm sorry, and cool them completely that way. So we're going to try that next. Now we're going to make a keto filling for the Oreo cookies that we just made. So you're going to use about half a stick of really soft butter. And I like to use my stand mixer because it can, in the little paddle attachment. This is the Swerve confectioners. It's a cup. I'm going to use a teaspoon of vanilla. Actually, I think I'm going to beat this first. Let's put the salt in. So it's about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Looks about like that. Let's whip this until it's creamy. Alright, let me put the vanilla in, about a teaspoon. Let's continue to whip. And there's your icing. Pretty easy. Now that we have our icing, we're going to spread it onto the cookie and make our Oreos. Depends on how thick you like your cream. Cream filling. Let's smush it. There it is.